Heyo everybody, Haku here with my live reaction for Tower of God Chapter 591 or Season 3 Episode 174. Merry Christmas everybody. I am recording this at after midnight. Sorry, I got home a bit late and so recording this a bit late, but I still wanted to do the video for all of you, still wanted to get things up for all of you. I messed around, though. Like, I went to record this maybe around midnight-ish, but I've spent the past 10 or so minutes screwing around with different settings to try to make things look a bit better on screen for you. I'm not going to look at this panel yet, but I am just scrolling. I'm just looking at OBS now, not looking at the actual window. And it's like, because before the white text bubble bits of the thing I used, even like at 90-95% opacity, like you could see through everything else, but it was like these chunks of white that kind of broke up the images and made things hard to follow along with, I thought, even though, again, I'm not really trying to show like everything, so I lowered the opacity a bit more. Again, not a big fan of showing like everything, but I think it should be fine. Again, I feel like it's transformative enough that I am sitting and talking about the chapter a lot when I do my reactions, and if you want to actually see the full chapter, you're going to have to go and read it yourself. This isn't a real good way to do so. So again, hopefully it's fine. Hopefully Webtoons doesn't get mad, but I tried to do better. But either way, going to get into reading, we have a violence warning on this one, and that really means like nothing, because there have been so many chapters where some pretty crazy stuff happens, and I feel like we're all just kind of like, there wasn't any violence warning for this one, and then sometimes we get a violence warning and we get to the end of the chapter and it seems like me and everyone whose reactions I watch are often like, why do we have the violence warning? Like, was it this? Like, trying to guess what it was for? So it's very unclear, like, when we do or don't get it sometimes. So it really doesn't tell us much. But we start off, I don't remember this at the end of last chapter. Oh, no, never mind. I do. Lord Kirin, according to our sources, the princesses and Laura appear to be in the submarine. I was like, I don't remember this shot of Kirin, but it's before. We're flashing back further than I thought we would for the little recap bit. I see. In that case, destroy Pobedow's floating carrier. I can't stand the sight of it. And we have Kirin's goon squad coming in. Come on, don't let anyone escape. Getting torn apart by the Green April. Yuri really has quite the head count here when it comes to killing people in Season 3. Alright. Who's that? He looks like a red fish cake. Where the hell did he come from? And like, I don't know if that's a cancelable offense or not. All this racket is giving me a headache. Yuri Zahard, Pobedow Tiara. I didn't expect to run into you two nuisances here. Tower of God, Season 3, Lopobia Split 2, a few minutes earlier. I doubt the Pobedow family would go to all that trouble just to catch a bomb at a time like this. Could it have been the Lopobia family? Yeah, I think so. Although I have no idea how they managed to get here so quickly. I thought the two of them were drunk. I really wanted to slip away quietly before anyone noticed, but nothing ever goes the way we hope. By the way, you seem awfully sober for someone who guzzled so many drinks. You can really hold your liquor. Although, you did make one mistake. Mistake? I don't remember committing one. But anyway, likewise. I was going to take a humiliating picture for blackmail when you got drunk, and run away with the irregular, but you're as strong as you look. You're so annoying. I love their rivalry, it's so good. And I know it's something that Dr. Bonehead kept mentioning in his reactions for Doan. Couldn't think of her name for a second. I got midnight brain going on about the eye color changing and being inconsistent. But his tiara's always been like reddish orangish like that. For some reason I thought her eye color was similar to her hair color. I thought it was yellowish. Like, maybe I'm just wrong, but I don't know. Her eyes just feel weird to me in this panel. I didn't remember them being the same as Yuri's. Well, nearly the same as Yuri's. Not quite as deep red. So, what are you going to do? I'm going to fight, of course, after getting rid of some enemies, or some of the enemies outside first. I'll go to look for the irregular. Why don't you join me? Me? Why? Alright, she doesn't know that Bomb isn't here. Do you really need to ask? You'd probably try to sneak away with the irregular while my back is turned. I'm not some kind of smuggler. Besides, I've decided to stay out of this fight from now on. That strange armor. Princess, I believe those people belong to Kirin's army, a division of Lopobia's forces. What? Kirin. He's one of the most powerful people in the Lopobia family. He's never shown himself in public as long as I've been alive. What's he doing here? Okay, so more hyping up Kirin. Yuri's been alive for... I think she climbed like 500 years ago or something, right? So is she like 1500? Is she only like 500 some years old? But he hasn't been in public. He's just been hanging out in the throne room pulling the strings in the Lopobia family for longer than Yuri's even been alive. It's up to you to decide, but it might be better to join the fight, at least temporarily. What do you mean? I can't give away too much info because the information comes from an inside source, but if Kirin's army manages to take the irregular away, you might never see him again. Anyway, the choice is yours. You can run away or fight as you please. Let's go. Yes, Princess, and they just dash off without her. Wait, I might never see Bomb again. I love this outfit for Yuri as well. It's really, really good. It is also kind of, for some reason, it kind of reminds me of something she wore in Hell Train. But either way, it works a lot for her. What's that supposed to mean? Back to the present. Why did you come with me? You should have just run away. It's not like I have anywhere to run away to. Besides, you can't get me all riled up and then just run off like that. Strictly speaking, I'm not here to fight Lopobia's army. I came to keep an eye on you because you're so obsessed with Bomb. As you like, but you should know that the person we're facing here is no pushover. Those pesky women are here. Did they somehow bond after all that fighting on the battleship? Needless to say, Kirin is Lopobia's second in command, so he's obviously extremely powerful, and I'm sure the Haite he commands is a force to be reckoned with as well. The Lopobia family head considers it a particularly special minion, and it was hyped up once before. That's why he gave it to Kirin, one of his oldest children. The smoke from its mouth can melt even high rankers. According to Lopobia's laws, anyone who injures Kirin is subject to the death penalty regardless of their family or reason for harming him. That's fine, I'm not in their jurisdiction because she's Zahard family. Princess of the 13th, one of the legends acknowledged by the Zahard family. I hate to admit it, but that does make me feel a bit better. I'm not sure about Tiara, but harming Yuri Zahard, one of the 13 months, could cause serious problems for us. And we see the cool looking strap things with the rings at the end. They're so cool looking. Try to stay away from her as much as possible. Haite. And I think Haite is probably how it should be pronounced in Korean. Yeah, and the way they come off his arms, it's so cool. I'll go after the Slayer candidate. Hey, he's heading for the submarine. Let's get him. And I also love how, like, the black, like, crowish wings and the red skin and white hair makes him look really, what's the word I'm looking for? 10 something? What are they called? The little crow guys with the red skin, the long noses, the white hair, the crow wings. 10 something. I'm losing my mind here. If I wasn't on Midnight Brain, I would absolutely remember this. Tengo? Is that it? I feel I'm on something there. He's heading for the submarine. Let's get him. Alright, we see more fighting. Kirin seems to be busy, so I'll fight you ladies in the meantime. Who's that arrogant prick? Yeah, this guy is nobody. And we have Flames of Shinsu, it seems? Crap, we're surrounded. It feels like... Oh, it's the Haite. We're trapped in a cage. Okay, so they're between the Haite and this one guy. What's that sound? We're under attack. So soon. Lopobia's forces are attacking everyone. Be careful. Lilial, Shilial, run. And she tears the, like, bottom part off her dress so that they can run away. Run? What? Where are we going? Anywhere but here. Oh, is that who Kirin himself is going for? Where are you off to in such a hurry, Laura? Okay, so it seems like we're actually getting some unique designs for some of these guys, because this guy has facial hair and the ponytail and, like, the long bit in the front. Do you need a lift? In that case, allow me, Lopobia Kukura, the sexiest man in Kirin's army, to give you a ride. Is he going to do a spirit gun? Kukura, aren't you the guy who lost your position as a branch head and had to leave the battleship? My eyes! My eyes! Gross! What the hell is he talking about? I love Shilial's face. I thought you left for good after you failed to secure a position as a branch leader. What are you doing back here? That position is vacant now, so I imagine some other amateur from the branch will try to take it. Can you imagine the idea of some runt taking my position? Even the thought of it is ridiculous. And when he takes the mask off, oh, and the front part was actually a part of the mask. No one but me deserves that title. The hair is not what I was expecting. The hair we saw before was actually straight up just a part of the helmet. That's why I came back. Lilial, Shilial, run while you can. What? Where? It doesn't matter. So I guess he would be somebody like Holin or Meyer, Candidi. I can't remember if they said Sicarius was as well. The people who it said were like branchhead candidates. It'd be like one of them, but if they failed to actually go past being a candidate and become a branchhead. It doesn't matter. Just run. You refused my offer for a ride. Oh? And we have, like, again, like, fire elemental Shinsu coming off of him. I'm so offended. Oh, and it's almost like a transformation. Yeah, it's almost like transformation is what he's using. It really is. It's like he transformed parts of his body. This looks more like what transformation should look like to me than the eldritch weird stuff that the canine people's actual transformation looks like. Like, to me, if you would have said transformation, this is what I think it would have looked like. And he grabs Laura. Mother, what do you think you're doing? Let go of her right now. Okay, we have the snakes coming in. Finally, we see the snakes again. Live snake reaction. Do you have any idea who our mother is? And the snakes rush in. They're able to pull Laura away. Mother. Huh, I heard you all escaped together. Alright. Serpent Master. I'm so lucky. It's like I won the lottery. I can't believe I ran into you like this. This is perfect. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking I could use some nice, healthy, feel-good snake soup. Come on this way. My eyes! Still with Lilial. Okay. Snake soup. How ancient are you? Oh my god! We have Cha as well. You are caught. You are caught. I mean, if he's a phoenix, maybe he dies and then comes back. But you're caught between Cha and Serpent Master, who, from what we've seen so far, Serpent Master was able to hold back Tiara for a bit. Like, Serpent Master is seemingly incredibly strong. Even had, what's-his-face, Elbaba seeming a little concerned for a second. And Elbaba, even though they've been a bit of a joke, they are likely a high ranker, they're a branch leader, so they're probably even somewhat up there as that. So, I think Snake Master, yeah, Snake Master, Serpent Master. The names Serpent Master, Snake Charmer, they get confused in my head still a little bit. But yeah, so the snakes are pretty damn strong. You sound like such an old man. Everyone knows the best feel-good food is fried chicken. Okay, joining the Chicken Love Club. He comes in. What the hell? Isn't that Cha from the Hidden Grove? How would he recognize him? That's crazy that we have a guy recognizing Cha from the Hidden Grove, so he might be ancient as hell. Like, they mentioned him talking like he was an old man. Maybe he keeps reincarnating as a phoenix or something. So we have somebody who knows Cha, plus we have Dewan last week, who kind of insinuated that she may have seen the ship Wanryu before. Is the ship Wanryu maybe something that's really ancient and has just been hidden for a while? That's crazy. What are you doing here? And he gets one punched. So great. He gets one punched by Cha. Right into the snakes. But again, if he dies, does he come back to life? And it's like a tincture bottle of some kind on his back. Pops open. You'll regret this. Does he come back stronger each time he dies? Okay, we have the wolf coming in. Towards Laura, actually. Chomp sound effect with blood. And it... Okay. I was not familiar with your game. The wolf actually does grab Laura like that. Mother. Laura, and that is odd. I thought the body here was kind of just a ball of snakes. The mouth is a little not what I expected here. Yeah, screaming for Laura. Hugh, I didn't think another opportunity would present itself so soon. Helbaba. Looks like fate is on my side after all. I can finally kill you three. And then evil laugh. I never imagined Kirim was after you as well. It looks like he has bigger plans for you than simply killing you. Don't you ever give up. I love Shiliel. If I present you to Kirin, I'll earn the family's trust once again. Well, Laura, are you ready to beg me now? I'll reconsider if you howl like a wolf and beg me. What was that? Piss off, you fucker. How dare you? We see a swing, and he punches her. Oh, damn. Yeah. Lobodon's fleet, and we cut away from that. That was a wild sequence. This full sequence, the guy pulling up, he is the most handsome guy, but not really, self-proclaimed, and all of that coming after the princesses versus the other guy and the Haite, which we now, I guess, have a confirmed name for. We have unmasking and then transforming what I would consider to be like actual transforming into a phoenix type thing. He has a thing on his back that when he seemingly died popped open, so that probably has something to do. I think it's probably like a phoenix power. He probably revives himself. We see the inside of Snake Master's mouth. Cha shows up, joins the Chicken Love Club, and one punches the guy. The betrayal, again, kind of. I mean, we already kind of went over this, but the actual success, question mark, of Elbaba, like, that was such a wild ride. And now we're cutting away from it to go to Lobodon's fleet. We see just people mangled, probably from the blast that came from the ship Wanryu. Send Hugo's forces a request for temporary ceasefire and pull the troops back as quickly as possible. Somebody's saying to Kadede. What do you mean? We've lost so many troops to Pobedal's army. And yet, that's enough. This is an order from the commander. What if that strange floating carrier were to reappear? Do you have some way of protecting the remaining troops, company commander? No, sir. That's what I thought, so let's avoid losing any more troops and retreat. Really? You're letting me go just like that? That's right. But it's only a temporary ceasefire. Let's return our troops to each other. And we have Lobodon and Hugo talking. I can't understand you. There's no need for enemy forces to understand one another in battle, is there? It only makes the task of killing more painful. But there is something I would like to ask you. What was that floating carrier earlier? Oh? I don't know. And it seems like a lot of people don't actually know, even from the Popodow family. I'm from my family's battleship, but not even I've seen a floating carrier like that before. Imagine, a floating carrier powerful enough to give even high rankers a hard time. It's almost inconceivable. I'm not sure if you'll believe me, but to be honest, I'm completely flustered right now. You don't seem to be lying. Very well. I'll take your word for it. Like, Lobanon is like one of the most like honorable, just cool guy characters we've seen so far. Now, give the order to return our troops to each other. I'll let you go after I've distanced myself somewhat from your troops. Wait a minute. Where are you heading now? Why do you ask? Please, take me with you. What? Even if it's only temporary, you can take me as a conditional hostage if you like. I love Lobadon's face here. Please, just take me to the battlefield. I want to go there too. I want to be your hostage. I love Hugo. Is this going to be like, A, we get to keep Hugo around in the story, which is cool. B, if we just have Hugo as like this battle simp for Lobanon, that'd be such a funny like character to have around. What? I was the only high ranker from the battleship to be suddenly assigned to this boring job. I mean, I know I can be a bit unpredictable at times, but still, this doesn't seem fair. Sticking a luxury item like me into a position like this is like leaving a designer watch in a locker. The battlefield is where I can shine brightest. Take me with you. Seeing that they used her as bait to guard the book, she must have been assigned an important mission. But she has no clue about it. Yeah, she was there to basically be a part of this like kind of distraction while the book was taken back to Gaston and to prevent other people from getting the book, but she doesn't even know about it. Although I can sort of understand why she hasn't mentioned the book. I love the side eye as well. The harsh side eye from Lobanon. Okay, please. And she's just holding onto his leg. If you take me to the battlefield, I won't bother you anymore after that. And you could use me as a bargaining chip if you're ever in danger. Fine, but stay out of trouble. Aside from that, you're free to do as you like. Thanks. I love these two. I see. So Laura sent you. I had no idea something like that happened on the battleship. I'm very surprised. Okay, interesting scene cut. Some little time skippage there. I had no idea something like that happened on the battleship. I'm very surprised. I didn't want Laura to be dragged into this war, but I suppose there's nothing I can do about that now. We've been keeping an eye on Kirin's forces as well, but we never expected him to turn up here. I'm afraid this casts doubt on the source of our information. On another note, you say you remember the contents of the book. Yes, sir, although it might be more accurate to say that the contents are stored in my brain. I haven't seen the whole book yet, but everything that I did see is stored within me. Amazing. Can you tell me what was in the book? Well, Commander. Kadede, I'm in the middle of a conversation with a guest. Like, I'd be so upset. Please. I'm sorry, but it's urgent. What is it? Has something happened? I tried contacting Laura about this incident, but I just can't reach her. But I can't reach her. We just keep receiving an SOS signal from her end. I think something's happened on the submarine. Lobodon's fleet. You can't reach Laura. That's so cool. The way all the ships are set up there. That's right. The signal. What? Why? Why did we need that there? That little break. Odd. That's right. The signal's going through, but she's not accepting it. The same goes for the two princesses as well. That's impossible. They've returned to the submarine. Albaba isn't watching them anymore either. This is so strange. Commander? Catan. What is it? I'm trying to talk to my visitor here. Everyone interrupting. I heard from the battleship, sir. What? Kirin's gone out to hunt down the irregular with all the branch leaders from the battleship. That bastard Kirin. Oh, so from their perspective, they could potentially think that not just Kirin, but Kirin and all the branch leaders have showed up to where Laura and the princesses are. Where did you say Laura is now? At the Popodow family station, sir. We can get there with a warp ship. Lead the way. We have to stop Kirin. Yes, sir. Also, you could like kind of talk about the book on the way, maybe. Um, in front of the gate belonging to Lobadan's army. Commander, do you really intend to go by yourself? This is so frustrating. I'm not going alone, I'm going with them. And Lobadan's going with the sort of main character quartet, as it were. They may be strong, but they're only regulars. You should take the army with you. By the time I assemble the army, it'll be too late. Then at least let me go with you. Your job is to lead the troops while I'm away. You have to stay with them. I told you not to put yourself in danger like that. Okay, and I mean, couldn't they also just grab one of the other high rankers, like, hey, Dewan or Doom, mind coming with me? Yama might need some time, but Doom, you have... Dewan's also done some things, at least. She's expended a little energy, but it's like, Doom, you haven't done anything. You mind coming with us? These people managed to escape with Laura and her 2 daughters from our battleship. I think that proves how capable they are. Or, do you distrust the match chosen for my granddaughter by the family head? No, sir. Let us deal with the Laura situation. You take the troops and get moving. Something big is going down at the arena. I'm leaving you in charge of the troops for now. I'll head over to the arena as well, once I've dealt with Kirin. Yes, sir. Have a safe trip, Commander. And that's where we end. That was a cool chapter. That was very chaotic. A lot got done. A lot of narrative work, pushing the story forward, doing things that we needed to do. A lot of that got done. So I appreciate that. And you know what? When I get to the end here and I'm on the credits, I can actually, I can actually remove that and just have the credits on screen when I talk at the end of these videos. I thought it was really, really good. I love the first, like, 3/4, the big chunk we got where it's absolute chaos. But then, like, that got so much done. So many different characters are in different positions now. We have the one Phoenix guy. We have Chan, the Serpent Master there. Albaba going after the princesses. Laura seems to already be taken down. We don't know what Kirin's doing personally, because the Haite seems to be on one side of the sort of rival princess duo, and then on the other side of them, I guess we don't know what Mate's up to, and also Kirin could just be behind the Haite or whatever, but they're stuck between the Haite and another guy who seems to have a unique design from Kirin's forces. The one captain guy just got taken out by Rak, but I think he was supposed to be really strong. It's just like we didn't get to see a ton of it. He looked like all the others visually, but it was supposed to be a cool thing that he got taken out by Rak. So we did have that, but this guy looks unique too, that's like facing off with them. So that's all cool. Unless it was the same guy. I might need to go back and reread this. I mean, I will, because I'm going to be collecting images for thumbnails. I'm going to be watching other people's reactions. So I'm going to be editing my own video. So I tend to go through the chapters quite a few times. But yeah, all of those characters from that first chunk of the story are doing different things now. They've all been set up for what we're going to get in the future chapters. We've got a lot of legwork being done with the Hugo and Lobadan stuff. Hugo actually could go with Lobadan in the main character quartet here, now that I'm thinking about it. Maybe. We have them going. Like I said, I kind of hate when stories do this, when we're like, no, we need to go alone with a small team, when it's like, I mean, like, even with this, the way that the warps work, I would have thought you could have taken, like, a lot more people. Maybe I just am not fully understanding how big the warps are allowed to be. But I would have thought you could just take pretty much everybody. But if you can't, would it hurt? Like, the ship isn't that cramped or whatever. Would it hurt to just grab Doom, who hasn't really done anything? Dewan, who, you know, has done some stuff, but it's not like she's injured or anything. Hugo might be kind of tired and injured, but it's like, hey, come with us as well. Like, you could probably grab a couple more people to help. Then again, I also get not trusting Hugo. That's obviously, you know, a thing. But yeah, a lot of stuff done, and it was also very good. Either way, I'll end the video here. Thank you for watching. Like if you did like the video, comment down there too. Tell me what you thought. It's like 1 a.m. nearly. Well, it's 1:45 to be fair. And I still need to edit, render, upload this, make a thumbnail, all that. Like, comment, subscribe, follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, ask and I'll give you a link to it. It's free and open for anyone. Thank you so much for watching. Again, 1 a.m. brain going on here. If you want to help support the channel, you can do so by dropping a super thanks if you want to. It's basically like a super chat donation, but for the comments. Or if you want One Piece a few days early, if you want a shout out at the end of every single video, you can hit join to become a channel member. You can hit you can go to patreon.com/Haku of the Tubes, or a link will be in the description if you would like to become a patron. Sorry, I am so disorganized tonight. But either way, thank you to people who are patrons and channel members. Thank you to Chosen Regular Evan Holly. Thank you to Magical Girls, FR Nono and Smeller Dog, to Cheriton Student David Langstaff, to Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and to Pure Element Pate Ardialol. I'll need to check and make sure there's nobody new to add on in a little bit. Thank you to all of you for your support, and thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you so much, and I'll see you all next time.